What's up, everybody? This is Ripples in Wales back for another video. I hope you're all doing well and having a great day wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. Well, it's a very special day today. It's Wednesday, the 8th of October. It's 10 a.m. as I record this in the north parts of Wales, and it's been a long time. And okay, a lot of you are not going to know what the hell I'm talking about here, but we got my YouTube channel back out. We'll say we, it wasn't me, it was Ashley Prosper. We're going to talk about that. But you'll be watching this on my old YouTube channel that got deplatformed back in, I think it was December 2023 or January 2024. I can't remember. It's been that long. I gave up on it. I didn't give up on it, but I gave up on it. Like I thought, if it's going to come back around, it'll come back around. And I put the prayers and thoughts out to the universe, and they were delivered. Finally, it took a bit of time, but it came back around as everything does. And the moral of the story is you never, ever, ever give up, and you never, ever, ever surrender. I said that yesterday in a post, strangely enough. I posted it. What's the timing of that? About a video by Earl Nightingale called The Acres of Diamonds. See if you can find it on my timeline. But anyway, welcome back to the old channel. It's going to be hopefully a quick video today. I'm going to re-put a new video on this old channel as a placeholder so that people can see. All right, he's got two channels. He's got Rumble channel. The reason the Rumble channel that you've all been watching was set up was because I was deplatformed for talking about some stuff back in the day. And it is what it is, you know. We've got the channel back. We're going to make some changes to it, and we're going to carry on. That's it. We go again. And so this is you're looking at now is the channel. You'll be watching it on here, but for me to see this even still is like, wow! It's just there. It is my old friend that I built. Again, there's only 1,600 followers on it. Let's see if we can get that to 2,000 or 3,000. By the end of this year. Let's go. Let's build. Of course, I've got the Rumble channel here as well called Digital Asset Verse. Let's get that over 1,000. If you're not subscribed and you're one of my old followers on YouTube, please subscribe to this backup channel. I don't know how I'm going to do things yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. But just bear with me for the time being. Bear with me. Did you get the pun? Just till I kind of iron it all out. Anyway, let's just dive in. Welcome back to the old channel. We begin where we left off, right? By the way, interesting enough, this was the video that got me banned. This here, once in a 500-year opportunity. That's what seemed to got the video pulled. Maybe you want to watch it. I'll just leave that in your hands. Bitcoin's at a steep pullback to 122,505, which was expected from these highs at 126. Might even go lower. My guess is we probably go down to 118 on the pip. Don't be worried. This is fine. We're in a bull. XRP's pulling back into this beautiful flag. Oh, God, it looks just amazing. Do not worry. Scoop up what you can. Literally buy up what you can. If we go lower, buy up what you can. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. I will be buying up what I can. Let's rephrase that another way. The markets are looking really, really good here. I think that over the longer term, again, when we've got a long-term view on things, these things will iron themselves out. And I think, given the fact that we're looking at total 3 and some of the other things, I think the crypto markets are a reasonably good bet for the rest of the next few quarters. All right, this is the man I want to thank, Ashley Prosper. I couldn't, this channel and this recordings of this would not be possible without this guy's ingenuity, who has fought tirelessly for the community. Massive love to this chap here. He posted this yesterday. He tagged me in this. At Ripples Wales, your account has been reinstated. You're welcome. And I honestly couldn't believe it. He's been relentless at giving YouTube the prod. Like why did you pull his account? Like recently there was some new information that came out about these accounts that were pulled. We'll probably talk about it on my Rumble channel, right? I don't want to get the channel pulled straight off again. So just first of all, please give Ashley Prosper a follow. We're going to see him right. I'm so grateful for his for her time, for all of the time. I think it's a guy. Someone said it's a girl, Ashley Prosper. I know plenty of guys called Ashley as well. But to you, Ashley, I don my hat and thank you for your kindness and for your you acted without no reward, which is something that is very valuable in this world. Kindness is a rare thing in many ways, and we should all emulate Ashley's behaviour in terms of all aiming to help each other out in the community. That's what we're building, right? We're building a community where we, as we all have since the days of XRP being persecuted by every agency, we are a very strong community, and we will fight for each other. So big love to you, Ashley. Thank you so much for doing what you did for me. Okay, on to Pantera Capital. This is a fireside chat with Brad Garlinghouse at the Blockchain Summit in 2025, and it's in conversation with Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, hosted by Dan Pantera. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Pantera Capital, wasn't that Tim Draper's company? Or is it some other? I'm pretty sure it's Tim Draper's venture capital company, was it not? Anyway, in a conversation, it's quoted, "This represents the future rewiring of the financial system." I've yet to watch it. I'm very excited. There's some really good in comments there. It will not be swift, but it will be deadly to the old wiring. Yeah, we're in a very important time now. This is a post by Digital Perspective, shout out to him, which is saying lock in, and it's to do with a post David Schwartz posted, which was, someone put on Twitter, show an image only your community would understand, and he's posted a picture of these solar panels. If you weren't here back in the day, David sold, I think it was 40,000 Ethereum for buying a solar panel array on his home, I believe, and he told the community about it. He was like, yeah, I basically sold or fumbled 40,000 ETH, which is probably $100 million worth right now. But he's so jovial about it. He's so cool. But yeah, Brad's put like lock in, because 40,000. Maybe David's saying, and I'm not saying this is what he's saying, but maybe he's saying that I fumbled a big bag, 40,000 ETH there, and that was worth maybe 100 million. Maybe you don't want to fumble yours. I'm reading between the lines, but again, that's not financial advice. Cointelegraph, just in XRP retail sentiment has turned deeply bearish, reaching the highest FUD levels in 6 months and signaling a potential price rebound. Yeah, I'd like to let the FUD begin, great stuff. We'll buy more. I'll certainly buy more. And this is often what happens is when retail sentiment drops down, that you get these very strong price reversals. So other things. Again, here, strengthening the historic bond between the United States and Canada, we've got Mark Carney, the former, I think it was the Treasurer of the United Kingdom, who's now the PM of Canada, meeting Trump. And remember, Mark Carney in this clip here was the famous guy who coined the level playing field. He was the one in the meeting in Jackson Hole at the Federal Reserve meeting in 2019, which was historic, and where the Ripple Riddler and Bearable Guy 123 all drew the level playing field from. He was quoted by saying in an interview in CBC, and I use this verbatim, "We need to move to a global hegemonic global currency." And all of us almost spat a coffee across the room like, you what? You said what? It was a mic drop moment. Literally, they said that. That's rather a bit of a mic drop moment. But that was the Federal Reserve meeting, okay, at the Jackson Hole Symposium, where the Ripple Riddler takes his props for the balloon, the level playing field. So we're talking about a workaround here. Anyway, this is it. Again, Canada and the US. It's something interesting going on beneath or behind the scenes. Looks like Canada is under maybe white hat control. We'll say that. That's my feels anyway on things. Don't know about you guys. Anyway, it's a rather nice video, but we can move on from that. All right, Bill Morgan. Give him a follow at Belarus at 2020. Belarus, sorry. I will continue to panic by XRP in the face of this terrible XRP ETF demand. I mean, just imagine it. An application for an ETF agrees with the market that XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana are the top 4 cryptos for reason, ignoring stable coins and exchange coins. Every reason to panic. He's picking up XRP, it seems, because of these impending ETFs that are coming for XRP. And I might highlight that. We'll talk about that again in another video. And I just want to kind of highlight something here to do with, again, RippleX posted this the other day. We went over it. And it was a post saying the future of DeFi isn't just about decentralization, it's about credit compliance and confidentiality at scale. Now, the important things to read there, okay, it's not just about decentralization, it's about credit, compliance, and confidentiality. I can't even say that word, I'm so dyslexic. Okay, confidentiality is another word for privacy. Okay, compliance is like regulations, and credit is like, okay, well, how do we assign loans and lending? Okay, which is what formally DeFi is. If you don't know what DeFi is, it's just decentralized finance. It's lending in the crypto world. Okay, and on the episode 2 of the On-Chain Comedy series, which has dropped, Jazzy Cooper, she's a high up in the Ripple, brilliant mind. She details the core features of the XRPLs that are going to be coming out. One of them has multi-purpose tokens, permission DEX, and native lending protocol. This is a blueprint for institutional finance on-chain. Okay, the blueprint for institutional finance. This is not retail finance, this is institutional. This is what Ripple's going for, institutional finance. Okay, let's just have a listen to it. We've been over it once, but I just want to go over it again and highlight something.
XRPL already has payments capabilities, which is obviously essential for cross-border payments. But as you look to really replicate traditional finance or bring a lot more of these use cases onto the blockchain, the need for credit origination is clear. The way we're doing this on XRPL is a little bit different than what you see in other DeFi ecosystems.
So do you see the key thing here? It's about the XRPL ledger, not the XRP token. Okay, all our attention should be on the XRPL. And why? We were shown this a few days ago with the Ripple Riddler's video, weren't we? You had the invisible rails. These are the invisible rails, it's the XRPL, and all these very clever amendments that are being made to the XRPL. It's the silent ledger, that kind of backbone of steel that works through all the economies, is the thing. It's the shiny object that no one's looking at because it's not shiny. Do you get where I'm going with it? Okay. And again, securitize, another massive thing to do with the XRPL here. Look, the first integration of Ripple's RLUSD into our regulated tokenization stack opens new liquidity partners for the largest yield-bearing assets on chain. Okay, BlackRock's BIDL token and VanEck's VBIL, powered by Securitize, are the first to benefit with new asset use cases planned for the XRPL ecosystem. Now, RLUSD runs down the XRPL ecosystem. Securitize is settling these BlackRock, BIDL, and VanEck with RLUSD. RLUSD is a powerful stablecoin in the making. Okay, and we talked about the XRPL in a massive thread that I dropped. If you haven't seen it, go to my highlights. I did a big thread for you all here. It's really important you read this. It's to do with the Ripple Riddler and the new video he dropped, which is just here. We're not going to watch it today, we've been over it, okay? It's the invisible rail. I'll put a link in the description. How the XRP and the XRPL are rewiring money's future. And he made a massive attempt at trying to explain this. The video, The Invisible Rail, how XRP and XRPL are rewiring money's future. The video is 9 minutes, 11 seconds long. Interesting timing, right? Okay, the video is all about the rails in our crypto world. The rails are the lines referred to as the ledger, the XRP ledger in particular. The silent ledger humming beneath, routing assets down an invisible path that should read, that settles value. The Riddler discusses the iron rails and trade in the 1800s. The Ripple Riddler draws comparisons from the 1800s when steam trains were iconic masterpieces of engineering marvel and where all the attention was at. Yet underneath those shiny steel trains and engines were these set of rails, not flashy, not sexy, silent in nature, that carried those very trains and cargo worldwide and transported value. Without those rails, the train could not move. Without rails, nothing moves. Finance is the same illusion 200 years on. The days of flashy screens and colours and euphoria and trading in crypto now, but the real question is the same. What rails carry the value? And again, he's talking about which ledger carries the value. The Ripple Riddler carries on and explains modern finance and currency is fractured, with borders, transfers, changes, tolls, and separate payment systems like ACH, SEPA, CHAPS, SWIFT, all with different languages, tongues, dialects, different delays, different fees. Money does not move, it limps, it stumbles like a weary traveller, waiting days while the world pays. That's brilliant. The Ripple Riddler continues that unlike the time of previous collapses when the Tower of Babel he refers to, this time there is a change and we don't need to collapse. There is a, and what he's saying changes, there's like the ledger underneath. As there is a language of settlement that does not fracture, that's almost invisible, that is ready and waiting for this very collapse of change, and that is the XRPL. I didn't put that as good as he did. Not all ledgers are the same. The private ledgers are not public, decentralized, impartial, or open. The XRPL is. The XRPL is no single bank owns it. No single nation controls it. The XRPL does not compete, it connects. Yet all can use it and rely on its truth. And he says even if banks cling to their private rails and walled gardens, the minute they need to move value across borders, they will need a bridge. XRP is that one such bridge, a neutral fuel. That's the way to think about it. It's a gas token flowing on the public rail. The public rail is the XRPL. Here lies the confusion that blinds most. The XRPL is the rail, the track itself, a decentralized spine of steel carrying value across the world in seconds, impartial to politics, indifference to borders, and the XRP is its fuel, the native asset that moves along the ledger, providing liquidity, bridging, and fractured tongues. The ledger and the token is the rail in the future. Do you get that? The ledger, the XRPL and the XRP is the rail and the fuel. Without one, the other is incomplete. The Ripple Riddler continues. XRP is finite, fixed supply, and every transaction burns a drop. So what happens when demand grows and billions seek passage across a finite river? The water level rises, utility creates demand, demand meets scarcity, and scarcity lifts price. XRP is no carnival pump, no gambler's firework, it's mathematics, the economy of rails. The more traffic they carry, the more precious that fuel that moves on them and becomes. So the fuel that moves that stuff down the XRPL is the XRP token. That's the way you need to repurpose that in our minds. XRP does not rise because the speculators cheer. It rises because the world cannot move without it. Fireworks and empires fade. Rails remain. My God, that's powerful. The XRPL does not cheer, it does not boast, it settles. No politics, no pageantry, infrastructure only. Rails don't need fireworks, they only need to work. I urge you to go and watch that. I'll put the link in the description. There's the channel there, 12,000 XRP. Massive thank you to him uploading that. It's absolute genius. And we'll cut it at there, 15 minutes in. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for all watching. Please subscribe. Please share these videos. I really, really appreciate all of your time when you spend watching these videos. It means the world to me. And we'll carry on. We'll go on forth from this. I hope you all have a beautiful day, whatever you're doing. Please drop me a comment. I'll reply to them all today. I'll be back out of work shortly. I'm going to go to the gym, do some tasks, but I'll be back on it later on. And I look forward to seeing you in each and every other video on here. The videos, for the time being, they might be uploaded on both channels. I'd love to see where I go. Just keep an eye on X where I post. But if you subscribe and you have notifications on from these channels, you'll know where they land. Alright, for now, it's time to say goodbye. I look forward to seeing you all in the video. Thanks for your time. Take care and be blessed. Bye for now.